Welcome back. The North Dakota men's basketball team split their Big Sky games this past weekend with a thrilling Thursday win over Montana State and a mere 5-point loss to a very good Montana team on Saturday. For more on those games and the dwindling regular season Big Sky schedule ahead, here's Alex Heinert with head coach Brian Jones.
Thanks, Kelly. Well, Brian Jones, your team comes back home after a tough road swing the week before. You take on two of the best teams in the league, and you have a great weekend against Montana State and Montana. How important was this weekend for your team?
Very important. I just think from a confidence standpoint, our guys have slowly, they've 2 steps forward, a step back. So I just think from that consistency. But as you mentioned, we played well, we played hard. Defensively, we did it Thursday night on Tyler Hall, great things, but it was a collective involvement in that. And then Saturday, obviously, we knew we had to come and bring it with an energy and a toughness standpoint from what they did to us and their building and the fact that they were 10-0 coming into the game.
Yeah, certainly. And you mentioned you already hit on one of the big points in that Thursday game against Montana State. Tyler Hall, the preseason player of the year in the conference, one of the leading scorers in the league, and you hold him to 1 for 11 shooting. Cortez Seals got the assignment, but like you said, it was a team effort to shut him down.
Yeah, obviously those two are best friends. Not a lot of people know that, so they've known each other since they're kids. So if there's anybody who probably can shut down Tyler Hall, it's probably Cortez, or at least that's our best.
Not a bad guy to
That's
have,
our best bet
for sure.
So yeah, but that's what we're getting our guys to understand. When you have a special player, him and Beliznik from Eastern Washington, it's not just the matchup, it's everybody involved. They have a job to do. They can crowd the floor. They can do things to make the guy guarding him his job a little bit easier.
Along with trying to shut down Tyler Hall, managing the momentum swings in this game. Both teams had 14-0 runs at one point. How did your team, how were you able to ride that wave and be able to hang in there when they would come back and push you so hard, especially in the second half?
We just constantly talk about it. Obviously, we started the second half in that game, get an intentional foul, and they 2 foul shots, and they go on a 4-0 run. We just got on our heels, and that's the thing that this group has to continue to understand. When a team is making a run at them, they have to really buckle down, huddle up, find ways to get a stop, and maybe get an easy basket at the other end. So I was just proud of them. We're down 9 and just staying the course. Why we were able to do that? We defended and scored off our defense. And that's the consistent message. When this team has played well against, whether it's NDSU or teams in our league, Gonzaga, they were able to defend and score off their defense. So they have to understand that.
Your team managed to withstand those runs down the stretch, held off 1 late charge and pulled out the 1-point victory at home. Good composure from your guys down the stretch to manage to get that victory.
And I tell you what, those things, this team is just, they got to go through this. We've had 3 overtime games, we've lost all 3. We just have to go through those and just have there's just as much confidence as execution. We're going to win this game. We're going to find a way to get a stop. We're going to get a big basket late. That's confidence too, and going through those situations. So I was proud of them, and obviously a must-needed win in front of our home crowd. A great crowd on a Thursday night, a cold Thursday night, so I was very excited about that. And then Saturday, a short turnaround, and our guys came out and really competed.
Yeah, and they really did against the Montana team, as you mentioned, had not lost the game in conference all season. It was the Samaritan's Feet game, which is a special cause for you. Talk about the importance of that for you and for this team.
Well, it's just developing servant leaders and helping a great cause for people who just need opportunities. I think that's what we go about in this profession in life, is like, where can we help others get to where they want to go to? It might sound simple, but a pair of shoes could lead to bigger and better things for a youngster. And that's something that really, it touches my heart, and it's great to see our guys be a part of that and learn how to serve one another, because I do feel that's a big part of what we do. We're developing these young men to be servant leaders. Once they leave North Dakota, this campus, are they going to go out into the world and really serve one another, serve others, and lend a helping hand? Because there's going to be a day they're going to need a helping hand, and now they've been trained to do it the right way.
Yeah, guys learning more than just the X's and O's on the basketball court, for sure. Well, in the contest, you said afterwards, this game showed the collective fight of your team. And you hadn't seen it necessarily consistently for 40 minutes, but it certainly was the case against the Grizzlies. What led to that effort on Saturday?
I just think that the importance of the game, knowing, just proving themselves that when they played them earlier, that's not what we're about. That's what we've never been about. And there's more pride in them individually than in us as a program. So proud of that. We really battled. We're undersized. Montana's a special team this year, probably the best Montana team they've had since I've been in the league, just because of their depth and their size. But to me, when they show that toughness, because we are undersized and maybe sometimes overmatched in some areas, when they have that toughness and that togetherness, you can overcome a lot of deficiencies that you may have.
Yeah, and you hung with this Grizzly team really from start to finish. They end up eking out a 5-point win in the end, but I would assume a lot of momentum for your group coming off that defeat as they get ready to head out and take on Weber State and Idaho State on the road coming up this week.
It is. Obviously, we got to go out on the road and play better. I feel we've only played well 3 times this year. Gonzaga at NDSU and at Northern Colorado. We're better than that, and this is a road swing we've had some success on. So to me, it still comes back to that confidence thing. We got to go out there. Weaver's playing at a high level right now. Idaho State's playing at a high level right now. So we got to be the tougher team, but just stick to the things that is working for this group, and that's the defensive side, staying the course through the ebbs and flows of the game, through the good and bad, and just having that toughness and finding ways to make plays down the stretch.
Yeah, both games coming up this week at 8 o'clock Central on Thursday and Saturday against the Wildcats and the Bengals. Coach, thanks again for the time. Safe travels out west this week.
Thank you.
Brian Jones. Kelly, back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Alex. Links to live audio, video, and stats for both tonight and Saturday's games can be found on UNDsports.com. Coming up after the break, it's more men's hoops coach talk, this time from Craig Smith down in Vermilion. Hear what he has to say before USD takes on Fort Wayne tonight at the SCSC. Stay right here.